Hello there YouTube, this is Master Jose Red here with a deck profile on Crystal Beasts. A very good deck in my opinion and one of my favorite archetypes, so let's get started. To start off we have 3 Crystal Beast Sapphire Pegasus, a very good card in this archetype. It's probably the best Crystal Beast here. 1800 attack, 1200 defense. When it is summoned you can search out for a Crystal Beast from your hand, deck, or graveyard and add it to your spell tricard zone. Very good. It uses the main searcher and it just starts off your plays. Next up we have 2 Crystal Beast Amber Mammoth, 1700 attack, 16 defense. Another good card in this deck. Whenever another Crystal Beast monster you control is targeted for attack, you can redirect it to this guy, so very good effect. Next up we have 3 Crystal Beast Topaz Tiger, the main beater of the Crystal Beasts. When it attacks an opponent's monster, it gains 400, thus making it a 2000 beat stick, which runs over a lot of things, so another essential card in this deck. And for the final part of the Crystal Beasts, we have 2 Crystal Beast Ruby Carbuncles, another good card in this deck, used for swarming potential. When it is summoned to the field from the spell trap card zone, you can special summon as many Crystal Beasts from the spell trap card zone as possible. Very good, sets up a lot of OTKs. Next up, 2 Dragon Queen of Tragic Endings, another good card in this deck, 1900 attack, 26 defense. Its only summoning conditions are that you need to have 3 face-up continuous spell cards, which Crystal Beasts use a lot, so very good. And when it inflicts battle damage to your opponent, then they discard one and you draw one, so that's very nice. Next up, 2 Summoner Monks. This card is in here because it benefits heavily from the spell base in this deck. Once per turn you can discard 1 spell card and special summon 1 level 4 from your deck. Good for special summoning Pegasus, searching out, and then setting up an Xe or whatever else you need. The only tuner of the deck, Gen X Ally Birdman, 1400 attack. Its only condition is that you need to special summon it by returning 1 face-up monster, which is actually very good for recycling something, say Pegasus. And since Pegasus is a wind, this would gain 500 and thus making it a 1900 beater. Next up, Destiny Hero Diamond Dude, another card that benefits from the spell base in this deck. Once per turn, you can just look at the top card of your deck, and if it's a normal spell, then send it to the grave. If not, then it goes to the bottom of the deck. During the main phase of the next turn, you can activate the effective spell card, so you don't have to pay the cost, so it's a very nice effect. And for the final monster in the deck, we have a Malefic Cyber End Dragon. Very good. I really like this card. It's a 4000 beat stick that is very easy to get out. All you need is a field spell and Cyber End Dragon in your extra deck. Very good card, 4000. Slap someone in the face with it and just demolish their life points. Next up, 2 Crystal Release. A good card for Crystal Beast. It can only be equipped to them and gives them 800, and when this card is destroyed you can search out for another Crystal Beast to your spell trap card zone. Next up we have 2 Crystal Blessing, another good card. It retrieves fallen Crystal Beast from your graveyard and adds it to your spell trap card zone. Sets up more plays. Crystal Beacon, a good card in this deck because if you control 2 or more Crystal Beasts in your spell trap card zone, you can summon 1 from your deck, so it just gets out more. Now for the field spell of the deck, we have 3 Ancient City Rainbow Ruins. Another good card in this deck because it is arguably the best field spell in the game. Its effects activate to the number of Crystal Beasts in your spell trap card zone. So take for example, if you have 1, then this card cannot be destroyed by card effects. If you have 2, you can half battle damage you take once per turn. 3, you can negate the activation of a spell trap card by sending a Crystal Beast monster you control. If you have 4, you can draw an extra card during your main phase, and if you have 5, you can special summon 1 Crystal Beast from your spell trap card zone. Alright, 1 Crystal Promise, special summons a Crystal Beast from your spell trap card zone, good for Carbuncle. A rare value, if you have 2 or more face-up Crystal Beast monsters, your opponent chooses 1, it gets destroyed, and you draw 2 cards. Good card, just draw power. Now the trump spell of the deck, Crystal Abundance, arguably the best card in this whole deck because people who have never played Crystal Beast never see this coming. If you have 4 Crystal Beasts in your spell trap cards and you activate it, you send all cards on the field to the grave, A special summon as many crystal beasts from your graveyard as to the number of cards sent from your opponent's side of the field to the grave. Very good, and usually ends in an OTK. 2 terraforming, search out for the field spell. 1 MST, 1 pot, 1 swords, 1 duality, a dark hole, and a monster reborn. Now for the spell base and for the trap base, we have 1 dark bribe, 1 torrential, 1 bottomless, and 1 storm of Atakwa. Now I'm gonna explain this card because people probably don't know what this does, but basically you just change the battle positions of all face-up monsters on your opponent's side of the field. A good card, I like running this over Mirror Force because Mirror Force is a lot slower in this format, and if your opponent were to MST it, you can still chain it and then still get your opponent's monsters usually in defense mode, and usually they'll die. Alright, so that's it for the profile. If you have any questions, just put it down in the comments. Other than that, I'll see you next time.